Hi, my name really is Roy Ripper, and I help owners grow profitable recruitment companies so that they can achieve the personal and professional success that they deserve. In today's free video, I'm going to show you the 5 things that you have to have in place in order to grow and operate a successful, profitable recruitment company. And it's a brilliant time to actually be in recruitment, right? Our industry is worth over $366 billion in revenues worldwide. That's 222 billion pounds. It's an awful lot of money. For my eyes, and I've worked in our industry 25 years, there has never been a more exciting time to be involved in recruitment and operating a recruitment business or trying to grow one. And you are right at the heart of it. You know something, your clients need you. There's so much noise out there, social media and etc. They're being bombarded by applications from candidates and Twitter and Facebook and all sorts of different stuff coming at them. They need somebody like you to cut through that noise. They need you to be able to identify, help them recruit, attract and retain key talent in their businesses quicker than their competitors can. And you're there, you are perfectly placed to take advantage of this opportunity. But you know something, there is a problem. There is a problem, and I know what that feels like. When I set my first recruitment business up, there wasn't an instruction manual that came with it. There wasn't a set of instructions where somebody said, do this, do that, do this, and you will be successful. I don't know about you, but I didn't have that. I'm sure you didn't have it. You know something? I started in recruitment 25, 27 years ago now. I started off as a junior recruiter in that first company. I did okay. I progressed. I became a senior consultant in that same company, a manager in that same company, and ultimately I ended up as the operations director there. But like a lot of you, I reached that point where I thought, oh, you know what, I want to be running my own business. I don't want to be doing this for somebody else and helping them get rich. So I started my first recruitment company. My business partner on that first one was a gentleman called James Khan. Now you may know James from, I don't know, BBC's Dragon's Den. I know he did a series for CNBC. He's also the chairman of Hamilton Bradshaw Private Equity. James has grown and built so many successful businesses and specifically recruitment businesses, and I was fortunate to have him as my first mentor. But here's the truth, that first business that I set up, I was rubbish. I was a good recruiter. I was a great recruiter, if it's not too much to say so. I was a good recruiter, but that didn't automatically qualify me as a good business owner. I didn't have a clue what to do. So my first port of call was I asked James, I said, James, you've built one successful recruitment business. Tell me, what are the secrets? And he's very, very generous. He told me, look, this is what you need to do. These are the things you need to do. It's not about being a great recruiter. It's about being a good business owner. These are the things. He also introduced me to so many, I feel really blessed, so many recruitment business owners that were again very generous, and I asked them, what does it take to be successful in our business? And I wrote stuff down, I studied it, and I learned it. I also travelled abroad. I went to the States, and I went to Australia, and I went to all these different regions where recruitment was really doing well. And again, I met with the most successful recruiters and owners in our industry, and I asked them, what does it take to be successful? Now the good news is I was able to get that stuff down, and I modelled it. I came back to the UK, and James in that first one and 2 others. I set up and ran 3 separate recruitment businesses, all 3 of them very successful, very profitable, out of those things that I learned from all of those really generous people. The last business was I set up the executive search division for a £350 million global recruitment business, and we were 100% retained. I set that business up from scratch. I drew it to 25 revenue producers, very profitable, very significant division of that particular group, and they were really pleased. Since then, I've gone on to train, mentor, coach over 37,500 recruiters and business owners just like you worldwide through my training and mentoring programs, through my online training products and my videos. I've really worked hard with some very successful people, and I feel again really blessed to be able to do that. But the interesting thing for me is that it boiled down to 5 things. All right, I could sit here and tell you, oh no, there was some kind of magic formula or whatever, but it was like there was just 5 things, 5 essential elements that I found were just really common to anybody who is successful. Anybody who is successful in recruitment, 5 things. And those 5 elements I'd like to share with you today, okay? The first one of those was purpose, okay? And purpose is really the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. I don't know about you, but sometimes I've woken up in the morning, it's like, and I peel the covers back and, you know, my bones are creaking or whatever, and I'm really, particularly on a miserable winter's day, I'm really kind of reluctant to get out of bed. And then there's been other days when my purpose has been absolutely focused, and you know what, I'm leaping out of bed, absolutely embracing the new day. I can't wait to get into work and get going. And purpose is the drive. It's your drive. It's the reason why you set this business up in the first place. But you know something? Some of us lose that direction. We lose the purpose. We lose that aim. And somewhere along the line, you know, 1 year in, 2 years in, 3 years in, we lose track of, hang on a second, why do we do this? Why do we set this business up? Because quite frankly, you can make more money working as a recruiter in someone else's company. This is hard. Running a recruitment business is tough. But we do it for a reason. We set these businesses up for a reason, our purpose. The other thing I will tell you is the most successful businesses, their purpose is congruent with their life plan. It's a really, really powerful word, congruent. It means you can't just, I don't know, if you're not a generous person, you can't just say, right, I'm going to have £1 million recruitment business, or I'm going to sell a £5 million recruitment business. If that doesn't suit your life purpose, your purpose could be, I've had people come to me and go, Roy, you know what, the reason for my recruitment business is I want a lifestyle business. I want a business that supports my lifestyle. I want to spend more time with my family and friends. I want to travel the world. I don't want a job. I want a business that serves that life. And the quickest way for you to do this is calculate, go forward, okay? Go forward in your life and look back on your life as if you were looking back on the life that you've just had. And ask yourself the question, it's like, you know, did my life matter? What did I do? What's the legacy? How would I want to be remembered? What would I want people to be saying about my life? And these are really, really powerful questions. I can work with you on this, but purpose, you've got to have purpose. The second key element, let me talk about it. Second key element is planning. So it's great that you've got a purpose. Isn't it wonderful to have a dream? But a dream without milestones, a dream without a strategic plan is just a dream. Okay, it's not good, it's not good enough. So you've got to have a plan. And the toughest thing I think for recruiters is that planning isn't something that sits quite naturally with us, right? The best ones do, and you guys know those people, but that wasn't me. I was a flair player. I love making placements. I love bringing things together. I was slightly fluky, if I'm being really honest. You know, planning wasn't something that felt natural to me. I will tell you though, without a plan, purpose and everything else just falls down. You've got to have a strategy. You've got to have a strategic plan with milestones that you can see that you are progressing along. And that plan is over the period. So whether your exit strategy is 3 years, 5 years, or you don't have one, there's got to be a plan of like, well, where do we ultimately want to be and how are we going to get there? The plan is the how-to, okay? The plan is the how-to. Right, the third element. The third element is processes. In fact, let me correct it. It's world-class processes. What class? World class. It's world-class processes and business systems, okay? I want you to imagine, I don't care if you've got a one-office recruitment business. I don't care if you're doing this from your back bedroom. I don't care if you've got 10 branches throughout the world or throughout Asia. I don't care where you are. What I'm asking, what I care about is you looking at your own business and viewing it as a prototype of a multi-branch, multi-office recruitment operation that's going to be global tomorrow. I want you to look at your one office or your 10 offices and imagine that you're going to open up 10 times as many offices, 100 offices, 1,000 offices tomorrow. And you need to look at your existing company and say, you know what, do we have those world-class processes? Do we have a process where we say, this is how we take a requirement on from a client, step by step by step by step by step? Do we have a process that says, how do we register candidates into our business, whether they're perm or temp? How do we register them? How do we qualify a candidate? What are the questions that we ask? How do we go through that? So these are really, really important. This is, what are the processes? How do we prep a candidate? How do we debrief a client? How do we negotiate an offer? How do we manage the resignation? How do we manage a placement after the candidate has started? These are all processes that you have to absolutely nail. And here's a gift for you. People that don't have processes will tell me, yeah, but Roy, this is how I do things. This is how I do things. And that's really good. I'm glad. It's like you've clearly got some process. But unless you can document these processes and replicate these processes, you will never be free from your recruitment business. Okay? You will never be free from your recruitment business because you have to be able to document your process and then make sure that you can train that process to the lowest common denominator, staff. This shouldn't be so complex that it takes some kind of real technician or super brain to be able to do it. Because if that's the case, you haven't got a business, you've just got a job. And, well done you, but you keep doing that job for the rest of your life, you will never be set free. So the key to, professional freedom, financial freedom for you is to be able to replicate your business, the business not to be 100% wholly reliant on you being there. Okay, it's really, really key. Now, the fourth thing that I want to introduce you to is performance. Okay, now look, it's a given. It's a given in terms of you've got to perform. This isn't some kind of get rich quick scheme or whatever. This isn't the magic formula that Roy Ripper's going to give you and wow, you just do these couple of things and your business is going to be immense, you're going to make a fortune. There is no get rich quick, there is no magic bullet, there is no substitute for hard work, okay? Hard work. It's about, you have to perform, you have to do the numbers, you have to make the calls, you have to get the clients on board, you have to source candidates, you have to make the calls, you need to make placements. There is no substitute for hard work. But what I'm talking about with performance is how to measure success within your business. And measuring success is about key performance indicators or KPIs. And it's you identifying the KPIs within your business that constitute success. Not in someone else's thousands of miles away, not in some textbook where, they say to you, right, you've got to do these things in order to have success. It's you identifying for yourself and your teams the KPIs that are relevant and applicable to your business to really measure that you're achieving success. It's for you to know on a daily basis that if I hit these things, my team hits these things, we will be successful at the end of the year or the end of our, on exit. It's ultimately, this is where we want to be. This is the how-to in terms of getting there. These processes are going to show us how we're going to achieve those things. But this is how we measure how well we're doing, okay? It's the business plan, if you like, but it's KPIs, it's specifics. What do I do on a daily basis in order to be able to smash figures? Okay, the final P. The final P, you guessed, was people, okay? People, and it's the middle one, it's everything, absolutely everything. When I look at any successful business that I've been involved with, it's built on the best people. It's your ability, okay, here's where it goes. It's your ability to be able to, I don't know, attract, recruit, train, motivate and retain key talent within your business. And isn't it the biggest irony? Don't you think it's the biggest irony that for our clients, we're able to find them the very best people in the market, okay? We're very best people that are available. And we're able to find those people and help our clients attract them and recruit them. And we get paid for that. And we get paid for it and we do really well. And that's why we do the business that we do. But for ourselves, and I count myself in this, we really struggle being able to find talent for ourselves. We struggle to be able to, I don't know, attract those talent to come in and see us for interview. We struggle to be able to determine how good that person's going to be. You know, at interview they look good, and then we bring them in and that's absolute disaster. So it's like, how do we do that? Your ability, so okay, here's the thing. Your success in terms of profit and running a successful business are directly linked to your ability to be able to attract, recruit, train, motivate and retain key talent within your business. You may be brilliant in terms of you've got purpose, you've got planning, you've got world-class processes, you've got performance, you're performing, you're doing really well, but unless you've got people behind you, it's going to be quite hollow. The other thing is people go, yeah, you know, I've got some great people, but I haven't got the planning, or I haven't got the purpose, I haven't got the processes, I haven't got some of the performance. You can't do these things. You can't, I don't know, build a table with, I was going to say with 3 legs. You probably can have a table with 3 legs, but it's more steady with 4. That's the deal, right? You've got to have all of these things in place in order for your business to be successful. Okay, now I'm going to set you, one thing. I know that there's some of you out there that are saying, yeah, Roy, I get all of this, you know, purpose and planning, I've got that, and I've got some great people, I've got world-class processes, and I can perform, I can do all those things. But you know what, Roy, I don't have time to do this. I'm too busy, Roy. I need to make placements, Roy. I've got too many requirements on from clients. I can't do this. Well, here's my thing for you. At what point did your dream of running a recruitment business, of growing a new business, at what point did that dream die and become your job? Okay, because what you're describing to me is the job of recruitment. And if you've got that job, okay, here's the deal. You may as well go and work for someone else because you'll probably make more money, have less headache. You know, you'll be able to grow wealth for yourself. Why don't you? You don't want the hassle because this is tough. The stuff I'm describing to you, you know, the 5 key elements, running a recruitment business, being successful, that's tough. You can make more money going to work for someone else, less headache. So why do it? So if that is your reality, if you say, look, I just don't have time for these things, I understand that. I've been there. I used to tell myself, well, you know what, if I don't make placements, then I can't pay the rent. I can't make sure that, you know, everyone gets paid this at the end of this month. So, you know, it's a reality. I'm not denigrating that. I'm not putting that down at all. But at some point, you have to stop working in your business and go to work on it. Okay? And that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm kind of urging you, stop working directly in your business. Take time and work out of it, or work on it. Okay? Work on your business rather than just chugging away. Because I don't know if it feels like this to you. It did to me. I felt like some days, well, I was just like a mouse or a hamster on one of those hamster wheels. And I just, the faster I was pedaling, the faster it seemed to go, and it just wouldn't stop, and I couldn't get off. Well, that's not you working on your business. That's definitely you pedaling and working away in it. And that's no kind of existence, all right? You've got to step off that mouse wheel. You've got to step out of the cage. You've got to look down on your business and work out, what do I need to do in order for me to grow a successful, profitable recruitment business? Now, here's the challenge that I'm going to set you. After this video, I want you to turn the video off, and I want you to sit down with your schedule, okay? I want you to look at your Outlook schedule or your Google Calendar or whatever, and I want you just to find 1 hour, not a day, not a week, not a couple of weeks out or whatever. That would be nice. Just 1 hour. I want you to give yourself the greatest gift that you will give yourself this year. And it's investing 1 hour in you, in your recruitment business, just 1 hour. Now, what do I want you to do? I want you to take yourself off somewhere that you find inspirational, okay? I know for me, when I have to do exercises like this, I go down to the beach, all right? I'm really fortunate. I live fairly close to the coast. So I go down to the beach. I'll often go into the countryside, South Downs or whatever. Sometimes I go off to a swanky posh hotel. Anywhere where I feel creative, anywhere that I feel positive, anywhere other than your desk, all right? So get yourself away from the office, away from the desk. Take yourself off somewhere nice, creative, etc. Sit down with a blank sheet of paper or several blank sheets of paper, and I want you to answer just 3 questions, okay? Just 3. Spend about 20 minutes just, and don't worry about what you write. Just outpour it all, okay? So it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer with this. I want you to answer these 3 questions. The first question is, what do you want to achieve in your recruitment business? What do you want to achieve in your recruitment business? Now, that could either be this year, or it could be forever. It could be, well, in the next 3 years or 5 years, depending on your exit plan. This is what I want to achieve in my business, okay? So you might even head it up. I want to achieve the following in my business, in my recruitment business. Just put down everything that you can. Second question, I want you to answer this question. What would it take to double your recruitment business this year? That's right. What would it take to double your recruitment business this year? I don't want you to come out with those lame answers like, oh yeah, for me to double, I've just got to work twice as hard. That's not you thinking. Yeah, that's not strategic. That's just you being dumb. So don't do that. What I want you to do is to think strategically. I know you can. It's about sitting there and going, okay, what would it take to double my business? Is it about me, I don't know, the average placement fee that we work at? Is it about improving that? Is it about me doubling the staff? Is it about me improving the training? Is it about me, I don't know, looking at how we discount, whether we hold the line or we give away too much? Whatever it is. And the doubling could be anything. It could be, how do we double our business in terms of size, in terms of headcount, in terms of profit, number of offices? I don't care what it is, just put it down for you. What's it going to take to double your business this year? The third question I want you to ask is, and this is really, really key, this is the one that trips me up. I want you to ask yourself, what is it that's preventing you from achieving the success that you deserve? What is it that's preventing you from achieving the success that you deserve? Now, I know for me, the answer is really simple at certain times. The answer for me is me. I sometimes will prevent myself being successful. And what do I mean by that? It's those self-limiting beliefs that we give ourselves. I've told myself, certainly in the past, you know what, Roy, I don't have time. Yeah, self-limiting belief. I'm not intelligent enough, self-limiting belief. I'm too busy, self-limiting belief. I don't have the resources, self-limiting belief. I don't have the knowledge. Any of these things I keep telling myself, and those are the things that get in the way. They actually stop me from being as successful as I could be. So if you identify it's you, that's fine, just write it down. But maybe ask yourself, what is it that I tell myself that might not strictly be true? What is it that I tell myself that prevents me from being successful? Okay, so those 3 questions. Now, I want you, if you want to, okay, You can either keep that stuff to yourself or you can email me. So you can write that down and you can email me, send it to roy@royripper.com. That's ROY@royripper.com. That's to my personal email address. I promise you, I'll read every one. I'll try and help whoever sends that through. I will try and help you with this. So there's the challenge. Remember, 1 hour this week. Find the hour, schedule it, make it happen. Okay. I know that if you don't set aside that hour now, you probably won't do it. So please, when you turn this video off, just make sure, schedule the hour, make it happen. You've got more chance of it actually happening. Now, please keep an eye out in your inbox over the next couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days. I'm going to send you the next video in this series, okay? And this next video is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to teach you the #1 skill that you have to have as a business owner in order to grow your business, in order to be more profitable, in order to be more successful. I'm going to teach you what that skill is, and I'm going to give you, this is great, I'm going to give you a tactical and practical strategy in order to absolutely crush it, all right? So I'm going to teach you what the skill is that you need. I'm going to give you a tool that's going to show you how to absolutely dominate that particular skill. It won't be something you worry about in the future. It'll be something that you feel completely confident with. That's in the next video, and that's coming over the next 3 to 4 days. Until then, I'd like you to do something for me. Below this video, I want you to post any questions, any comments that you have. Just write them down below for me. I promise you, I'm going to read every single one, okay? So I read them personally. I'll try and answer or get back to as many of you as I can with hopefully some positive advice and answers to those questions. Now, until I see you the next time, I want you to do 2 things, right? 2 final things. The first one is, remember, go to work on your recruitment business, not just in it. And the second thing is, please work hard to make a difference in the lives of your clients, your candidates, and your colleagues. Until I see you again, it's bye from me.